Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the difference between the NTN and the NXT bows from PSE. Now both these bows are virtually identical. They're both 33 inches and they've both been extremely popular. So the NTN is John Dudley's signature series bows. So John Dudley, I'm not going to go into the background of John Dudley, but he switched to PSE this year from Hoyt. And basically I think he shot this bow, liked it in the range, and he made changes to the bow and produced his own knock-on brand, and it's been called the NTN. So John's branding is famous for the green, the neon green, and the NTN signature and that little logo there. So PSE have produced changes to the NXT and called it the NTN, basically for what John's asked for. So this is the black NXT. It's 33 inches, shoots at 322 feet per second, really comfortable bow to shoot, very adjustable, and this should be a very similar bow. Now it's had huge success this year in 2020 for PSE and John Dudley, so much so that it now comes in 3 colors. So the original color that it came in was this, the olive with those limbs and the green strings. Since then it's come out with the tan, so same strings, same limbs. I think the tan pops, and also comes in the black riser. So the difference between these bows, so on the NTN you only have one sight position there. On the NXT you have 2, 4, 5. So you've got three positions. Is that 1, 2, 3 positions to put your sight? So you can move your whole sight up and down. On the NXT you have one arrow hole placed there to put your arrow rest. On the NTN John Dudley you have 2. Now what the 2 does, if you're going to shoot a whisker biscuit or something like that, you can see you can actually fit 2 bolt holes in there, so you can secure it twice so you can't get the movement. So basically if a screw was to come loose, there's a double holding. On the PSE system you have this little PSE hole in the riser there, so it fits all the PSE rests. So if you're going to buy like a HDX from PSE, it's got a little part that fits into there. That does not exist on the NTN bow. It's the only PSE bow that does not feature this cutout. So if you're going to fit a HDX PSE version rest, you cannot fit it to a John Dudley bow. You have to buy the normal HDX rest. And just to show you, there's no cutout there. So the points being, the sight, the arrow rest is different. But the major difference, now on the John Dudley, he set his cable guard. You cannot adjust the cable guard. On the PSE bow, you can actually change the angle of the cable guard here to increase or decrease the pull on these strings. Now why would you want to do that? You might want to decrease the pull on these cables, or increase them if you need fletch clearance. So pulling these cables to the side, the reason you pull these cables to the side is basically they'd be in the way of the arrow if you didn't have a cable guard. So you need to pull them to the side, but you don't want to pull them to the side too much, because you're pulling these strings across and putting pressure on the limbs, and that's why all the PSE limbs are slightly different poundages, like 1 pound difference per limb. So with the John Dudley system, it's fixed. You cannot adjust it, whether that's an advantage or a disadvantage. The other thing which is different on the John Dudley bow, he has these little things here where you can screw in. I think you could screw in a little bow stand into this spot here. So the bow stand will sit on the ground and it's like a tripod. So you have 2 arms and the bow would then sit on the cam there. The colors it comes in, so obviously John Dudley's comes in the green, the black and the tan. The NXT 33 comes in black, tan, mossy oak camo, QE Verde, First Light Fusion camo, so a whole bunch of camos, and probably QE Verde as well, I'm guessing. But besides that, they're pretty much the same. The specs are the same, they shoot the same speed, same brace height. So this little thing here, this is to lock the limbs in place. So basically the limbs, when you screw this, you shouldn't have to touch this, it pushes the limbs up against these metal limb pockets here. Price point on these bows, in Australia about $1,400 for the NXT 33 and about $1,600 for the John Dudley bow, about $200 odd difference roughly. I think that's about it. They all feature the PSE warranty, which is lifetime. Now people said to me, how big was John Dudley going to be for PSE? Now when I first started this video, I said I don't really know who John Dudley is. I didn't know what impact he had as far as sales, because for me, people walk into the shop and it's like, I want to buy a bow, they don't really know anyone, they just want to start archery. So I didn't expect in Australia to have much impact as far as John Dudley was concerned. However, I was wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong. So some people, what they liked about the John Dudley bow was the color of the strings, and I've had quite a few people ask for custom made strings in the neon green to be fitted to the NXT bow, which is about $200, so it's the same price as buying John Dudley's bow himself. Quite a few people wanting custom strings, so that's the first point. Some people really like the colors, the green, the tan, the black. They like the graphics that's gone on there, but overall I think what it did is it reinforced the NXT 33 bow as far as being a good shooting bow. Now I just want to, when I did my review on the NXT 33, I shot really well with it, and one of my friends in America shot really well with it and said, look, you've got to try this bow. I shoot really well for target with it, I shoot really well for hunting with it, try it out. I think this is the pick of the PSE bows. So it was no surprise to me that John Dudley picked up the 33. I'm going to say I gave one of the NXT 33s to a local shooter here to try for hunting. He shot a few rabbits. I think he said he shot headshots with them. And he shot indoor with this bow last night, not with this bow, with the NXT 33 last night. I don't know if he shot skinny arrows, but I'll see if I've got his pictures there of his scores. But he shot two 300s, two perfect scores with 23 X's and 22 X's, which is great shooting for a hunting bow. And that would put that score at the best score shot in Australia, I'm guessing, this year. Pretty sure that will be the top score shot in Australia this year. And that's with a hunting bow, and that's with a PSE. And he was a Hoyt shooter, and last night he actually picked up his Hoyt to shoot it again and went, oh, I don't like the feel of this. The advantage of the PSE bow is you can change the modules from high let off to low let off. You can change the let off here. That's the same on the John Dudley bow, the NTN bow. The modules are the same, you just put them on, put them off. So he's actually going to try low let off on this bow to create more back tension in the shot, but shot extremely well with it. And all these bows I've sold so far, the NTNs and NXTs, have been literally bulletproof. I haven't had any problems. They've been really, really good sellers. I'm going to say the best selling top end PSE bow that I've ever sold, and I've been selling PSE for like almost 20 years, I feel. It may be 17, but it's been a number of years, and this is the best selling PSE bow. Well, the 33 is the best selling PSE bow. The numbers of NTNs versus NXTs that sell, it's probably 2 to 1. So it's probably 2 NXT 33s to 1 John Dudley bow. But it's pretty equivalent. And with COVID, basically with COVID demand for archery gear really pumping up sales, people basically took whatever you had. So all the NTN bows sold. and pretty much all the NXT bows sold. So literally these bows were selling as soon as they hit the stores. So yeah, so my view between a John Dudley bow and an NXT bow, I wouldn't pay the extra $200 because I'm a bit tight with money. However, if you want the green, I fully understand it, and if $200 isn't much money to you, well then obviously go for the John Dudley. Oh, the other thing which they did different on the John Dudley bow was these yokes here. They have holes in them, so if you're shooting a drop away arrow rest, you attach the drop away to the yoke here. So that was different. So basically the $200, I think the NXT is a really good shooting bow, and I'd be more than happy with it, and it's really more of a matter of colors. The bow stand feature down the bottom is not an issue for me because I can always use a hook, like a bow clip-on thing here, although you may want to shoot with the bow stand already installed. I do like the double lock-on thing here. I think that's a good feature. I probably prefer the PSE thing where you've got the multiple sight markings, because that depends where you anchor, and I probably prefer the adjustable cable guard, although I understand why he's got this. That just makes it more secure. So all up, $200. Depends if you like the bow, depends if you like the whole graphics. But I think it's been a great partnership for PSE, and I think it's been a great partnership for John Dudley to promote his brand of archery gear further. So yeah, I think you'll see more of this type of partnerships happen in the future with archers, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see top-end target archers have signature products as well with their names, because to me I think that's the future, where this is the bow that this target archer shoots. It's what's different, and it's a little bit more, but there's got to be volumes, because it's not worth PSE producing a bow for obviously 10 people. There's got to be volumes, and they obviously got the volumes from the John Dudley brand. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.